So here we are live outside of the Peppermill Farms apartment complex. You heard moments ago from my colleague Paris Lobel that the suspect has been arrested after firing at police for several hours this afternoon between 2 and 4 o'clock. Now Call 6 can confirm that the man now in custody is in some way connected to the roll call shootings that occurred this month in Indianapolis, both on October the 4th at Northwest District. As you may recall, someone fired shots at that police district headquarters, and then on October the 13th, another incident, the North District, was fired upon by someone. Now police, Call 6 can confirm that the man now in custody was connected to that. We're going to get more details on that in the next few moments or so. As you know, behind me, the police brass is inside the incident command vehicle. They are here. They will come out and give us more information. But I can tell you that this operation has been in the works now for several weeks. In fact, Call 6 was aware of that. We could not report that, as so often we cannot, because we do not want to put the public or police in harm's way. But now that the individual has been arrested, we can report that. We should point out that the reason police came here is because the suspect's girlfriend lives here at the Peppermill Farms apartments here on 4200 block of North Shadeland. And the child that was taken from the home is his son. I can confirm that for you as well. So I'm going to continue to work my sources. I'm going to continue to figure out more information. But again, breaking news from here from the city's northeast side. The man that police believe was connected to the shootings at two roll call offices, the Northwest District and North District, is now in custody. We are now awaiting more information from the police brass here on RTV6. Reporting live on the city's northeast side, Rafael Sanchez, now back to you. We are live in downtown Indianapolis. In my 18 years of covering all kinds of weather, I have never seen anything like this before. I had to take off my shoes. I want to walk with me. This is Pennsylvania Street in downtown Indianapolis. The water, as you can see, already covering me. I don't know if I can stretch the cables. A number of cars already parked here are underwater. It is very difficult at this rush hour period where these cars are trying to get home during rush hour. As you can see, Pennsylvania Street, where this is where the road is. I've left the sidewalk and people are just trying to get home this evening. This is downtown Indianapolis right now, and as you go through much of the downtown area near I-65 off the I-70 ramp, the streets are underwater. 13th Street, 12th Street, 11th Street in this condition. For many of these people, it is slow going this afternoon. We have never ever seen anything like this. I've seen snow this high, even higher in flood zones, but nothing like this in downtown Indianapolis. Kevin and crew, check out this car. This vehicle has been parked here for some time now. The water now up to the wheel. We're going to have some flood damage, not only to possibly basements, but also to vehicles as water begins to seep in. I'm also going to imagine that we're going to have some water rescues. We often tell people when the water gets as high to turn around. These folks have no place to turn. Now, we're nearby the Damien Center, so as you can see, this vehicle trying to get to higher ground, but many folks are just stuck. They can't move anywhere because of the high water. Again, I have never in my 18 years working in downtown Indianapolis ever seen this kind of flooding. It is around the downtown area. This is not some rural street. This is not somewhere out in the country. This is in the city. And Kevin, as you mentioned, the downpour was so heavy that the city drains could not keep up with the amount of water. As you can see, people just trying to get home. Good afternoon, good evening. Please be safe. Just a lot of water, and no amount of city sewer system could obviously contain this water and deal with this water with the amount of water. Again, we are on Pennsylvania Street in downtown Indianapolis. We are in the middle right now of rush hour traffic. This, believe it or not, is not a creek. This is not a lake. This is Pennsylvania Street. People are trying to get southbound. We can see from our vantage point that the interstate traffic is moving well. They're on I-65 heading towards MLK and 38th Street. But these folks are just trying to get home tonight, and it's going to be slow going, Kevin and Jason. I have never, again, seen so much water on a downtown street in my 18 years of covering weather. We've covered it all, but nothing like this. Kevin, Jason?
Rafael, we're going to buy you a new pair of socks. Get rid of those ASAP. Let's.
Rosario Serra rarely has a so-so day. She's too excited and busy. Her goal, 1,000 dresses before she turns 100. And she's working on it. for the young girls who call her Auntie Rosario. She learned to sew as a child. Born in 1916 in Spain, her family moved to Argentina after her 8th birthday. In 1998, Rosario became a U.S. citizen. While her English is limited, the words she knows give you insight into her soul. What's your favorite English word?
I love you.
I love. That's good.
Esa es mi palabra. Esa es mi palabra favorita.
I love you?
I love you. I love you too.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm falling in love with you because you're fantastic. Yeah. The past few years, she's questioned her purpose in life, wondering if at her age there was anything left to give back. Her giving spirit was rekindled after learning about Indianapolis-based Anchor of Hope Charities.
She committed so much time and effort to children she didn't even know.
The group works with families in Africa in the country of Zambia. Young girls need dresses, and Rosario stepped in to make it happen. The fabrics of various colors and patterns are donated. Give her a few minutes, and she'll craft clothing she hopes will build confidence and show that someone cares.
Y ahora esto me gratifica a mí más.
I get so much satisfaction from this because I feel useful, because I'm doing something for others. That makes me happy.
Lo más hermoso que tiene el mundo, la vida es compartir.
The most beautiful thing life offers is the ability to share. Poor are the people who are selfish and only think of themselves.
Rosario finds so much joy watching the girls on Facebook modeling the outfits made in her room. Despite their distance, the thread that binds them together is their mutual love.
Amor es lo más importante.
Love is so important. I feel sorry for people who don't love.
The girls appreciate the great-grandmother across the Atlantic. And those smiles, a continent away, give this seamstress the passion to pursue her purpose one stitch at a time.
And we begin at 6 with our Call 6 Investigates team digging for answers for you about Carrier's decision to move 1,400 jobs from Indianapolis to Mexico.
We've seen the thousands of comments to us angry over that decision, and now more questions boiling over. Like, will any of the workers here have a chance at those jobs, or would they even be able to move there? Call 6 Investigates Rafael Sanchez is in Monterrey looking at that question.
I'm Rafael Sanchez in Monterrey, Mexico, working every possible angle here in Monterrey to get answers for you as to why Carrier is leaving Indianapolis in 2017. Just a few moments ago, we were kicked out of this building. We had a meeting set up with the Secretary for Foreign Development. We had emailed, we had called, they invited us in. When we began to ask about Carrier, they asked us to leave, and we did leave. We're also waiting to hear from the company, Carrier, to see if they will allow job transfers from Indianapolis to Monterrey. One local family here says that is not a good idea.
There are many parks here, probably every block away.
Eric Ortegon and Melissa Flores live in a modest neighborhood in Monterrey. Before our interview, they wanted to check in on their one-year-old at daycare.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
They both work. They know their city and its costs involving education and medical care. Most middle-class families pay out of pocket for those things, though the government offers assistance for public schools and hospitals.
It's not the best hospital, but they have free hospitals. It's not the best school, but they have free schools.
The couple has some straight talk for those who are considering a job transfer to the Carrier plant in Monterrey. I want a house like yours. I want cable. I want to send my kids to a good school. I want what I have in Indianapolis. I want the best for my family. I want the best for my kids. Can I move here right now with the salary that Carrier is offering its workers and be okay?
Not at all. Not at all. Honestly speaking.
That is the insight from one family. And of course, we'll continue to ask questions no matter where the story takes us. We'll try one more time to talk to the officials behind me in this building to see if they have any answers on Carrier. But let's talk about finances. For the family you just met, they spend more than $1,000 a month on education and on rent. Let's consider what a Carrier worker will make here in Monterey if they work those 40 hours. If they make $3 an hour, they would only get $480 a month, not enough to cover this. And that, of course, is a problem. In Monterrey, Mexico, Rafael Sanchez, RTV6.
And we have more details now on that pay difference between here and Mexico for Carrier workers. As we've been telling you from the day of the announcement, the union quotes Carrier numbers saying the cost for salary and benefits for an employee in Indianapolis is about $34 per hour compared to $6 in Monterey. So we did some math, and that $28 difference on an average 40-hour week for 1,400 employees would total an estimated savings of more than $81 million per year. Rafael is covering so many aspects of Carrier's planned move to Mexico. You can watch all of our Moving to Mexico reports from Rafael as we dig for answers from Monterey. That's all on the RTV6 app.
Live in New York right now, and he'll be at that announcement. Rafael?
Jason, good afternoon and welcome to the Avenue of the Americas. This is 6th Avenue. This is the heart of New York City, and it's all going to happen where? Right behind me, the Hilton Midtown. That is where Donald Trump will make his announcement tomorrow at 11. Now, the campaign for Mike Pence has yet to make any official commentary about what's being reported throughout the media world. You know, it just happens that the campaign for Mike Pence is here. His spokesperson is right here in New York City of all days, and Mark Lauder was quite surprised to see me at the airport. Here's our exchange at LaGuardia Airport about 90 minutes ago. So Mark, you are the governor's spokesperson on the campaign for re-election. It's a coincidence. Is it a coincidence that you are in New York today?
Well, I don't have anything to add what I've said earlier. I'm here for meetings today.
Any idea, sir, will the governor be visiting New York? What's the governor's schedule today and tomorrow? Do you know yet?
As the governor's schedule is finalized, it'll be released, and you know, I've really got nothing else to add on anything else.
So there's no connection, just to be clear, at this point of this hour between why you're here and the possibility that Mr. Trump may make an announcement tomorrow.
I just don't have anything to add to what I've said earlier, but thank you.
So no comment from Mark Lauder, but we should point out that Governor Pence last traveled here to the East Coast, to New Jersey, back during the 4th of July weekend to meet with Donald Trump. And I have to tell you, Jason, every day since, for the last 10 days, we have followed the governor to every county fair, to every parade, to every pizza shop, to every business, asking him questions. And so when I asked for the governor's schedule for today and tomorrow, I was somewhat surprised to be told that it's still coming. Usually we get that pretty well in advance. Again, everything will happen here tomorrow in the center of New York City behind me here at the Hilton Midtown. For those of you at home who visit New York City, we are just north of Radio City Music Hall. So those of you who visit and have visited all kinds of things, also Times Square is just around the corner. That is where the big ball drops every year. I'd showed that to you, but when you visit New York City, as you know, those tall buildings, they get in the way of everything. But tomorrow, the big news, the big focus will be on that building, right there with the big H on it, where Donald Trump will make his announcement. RTV6 is live in the heart of Manhattan, in New York City. Rafael Sanchez, now back to you.
Shock and awe on the face of Mark Lauder. Rafael, thanks so much. We'll see you in a little bit.